Welcome back to MMA Oddsbreaker, ladies and gentlemen. Frank Trigg, sitting here in Las Vegas. Travis Wiuff, still in Minnesota. Short notice fight. You fight Mike Kyle this week at CFW. Talk to me. Like, what happened? There was an opponent change, obviously. They gave you a call, and what was the... Was it one of those, we want you to fight, yes, I'm going to fight? Or was it one of those, give me a couple minutes to call you back?
No, I'd never been too picky on who I'm fighting. It was probably 10 days. They said Mike Kyle, and that was a fight I was excited about. You know, I'd fought him about 3 years ago, and we went to a no contest, and that, from what I remember, is I think I won the first round. He was able to avoid the takedown in the second round, won the second round, and then right at the end of the second round, right as the bell rang, he hit me with a shot after the bell, and that shot knocked me out. And originally they gave him the win, and then it was later ruled a no contest.
What commission took care of that one?
New Mexico.
Oh, okay. So that was good, though, for you to get no contest after we went back and reviewed the footage and saw a legal blow. Do you think Mike meant to do it? Like, he meant to hit you illegally, or was it an accident shot?
No, I know Mike gets a bad rep for whatever happened in the past, but I mean he was cool to me before the fight. After the fight, he invited me to come out and train with him. I think he's a good guy, and I think he's gotten a bad rep for what he's did in the past, but there's definitely no bad blood there.
Yeah, I like Mike Kyle. I think people do give him a bad rap a lot, and it's not deservedly so. He's a really good guy. He's always been very, very kind to me and super respectful. And so, like, even when he got, I guess he bit somebody way back in the day by accident, and it became a whole thing, and, heat of the play, actually, heat of the moment. I like this fight, though. I like this matchup, even on short notice. I mean, obviously it'd be better if you had 6 weeks or 8 weeks to prep for him, but I like this fight. I like how both of you guys are going to bring it, and stylistically, this matchup meets up very well. It's your striking wrestling style versus his striking stay on his feet style.
Exactly.
Who's going to push? Who's going to win? Obviously, everyone's going to lean towards Mike because he had time to train for this. He was in this event 12 weeks ago. He's been training. What were you doing previous to getting the phone call?
I'm always training. I'm always doing something here in Minnesota. I always wrestling. Always at the gym, lifting, doing cardio. The only thing I haven't been doing really is sparring. So I think my timing's going to be off a little bit, but I've gotten into the gym a couple times now and sparred, and I'll get in one more before I leave.
You say timing, but this is like your 112th match. Like, how much more timing do you need? Like, you're kind of...
That's another thing. I'm not a timing fighter. There's no secrets. I'm straightforward. I'm coming, and there's not a lot of timing involved. So it maybe as far as maybe some head movement, and if after 12 years I've kind of learned it's okay to avoid some punches every once in a while. But I'm not too worried about it. I feel good. I'm always in decent shape, and I've had 10 days to get into fight shape, so I feel good.
Now, the co-main event is Fallon Fox is fighting. Obviously, the transgender fighter. A lot of controversy surrounding her. Have you seen the extra? I'm sure people are asking you questions about it. She's going to fight first, and you're going to fight, and she might, just because of what it is in the media, the way it pushes it, she might actually overtake you guys as the main event, like as far as viewership goes. Is there any added pressure from having a? Let's be honest. She's only had 2 fights. She's 2-0. She's not a great fighter. This will be a third fight. She could lose this fight very easily. She hasn't really fought any tough competition. But even so, with the gimmick of what's going on with her being a transgender fighter, it's really making people pay attention and watch. It's helping out the transgender society and lesbian and gay society, bisexual society. It's helping out. But it's also, from a fight standpoint, it's kind of, why are we paying attention to her? Like, I really don't. I want to see her fight, but I don't really care. Like, more so, like, your fight to me is a more important fight than hers. Do you feel the same way? Do you feel like the media is kind of overhyping it as well?
It's definitely brought some media attention, and which probably if she wasn't on the card, we probably wouldn't getting as much media attention, and so maybe in that aspect, I should be thanking her, because we probably wouldn't be getting this media attention if she wasn't on the card. But at the same time, I haven't thought about it. It's I try not to worry about things that are out of my control or that I don't have. It does me no good to worry about it. So as far as just her fighting in general, I really have no opinion on that. The media attention is definitely going to be on her, and we happen to be the main event after that. So hopefully people stick around and watch. I think we're going to put on an exciting fight. And yeah, like you said, I don't really know how quality she is, but we'll find out Friday night.
Yeah, no one knows, and that's the thing, is that there's a lot of hype. Outside sources of being an athlete and outside sources of being a competitor, we're finding out is a lot more hype, and it's unfortunate because the sport is becoming, the hype machine is better than the actual production machine. So guys like you who produce very well don't get the hype that, like, the guys like, I always use Chael Sonnen because he's the epitome, he's the top end.
Yeah.
His record's not the most amazing record you've ever seen. He doesn't have the best win-loss record, but yet he gets paid a lot of money and he fights his ass off, and the rumors abound how much he makes per fight, but he's losing. He lost 4 out of his last 5, but he's still in there. So the hype machine is bigger. For a guy like you, you've been fighting longer than I have. For a guy like you, how frustrating is that to see that the hype machine is actually more important than what your win-loss record and who you beat?
It's definitely frustrating. You know, I've never had a great personality where I can go out and sell things like Chael can. You know, I don't have that personality. I wish I probably did. I'd probably make a lot more money, but it's frustrating. But at the same time, I mean, I consider myself a fighter still. You know, and I'm going to go out there and fight, and I'm going to try to entertain the people as best I can. Maybe I won't get behind the mic and you know, be able to talk like Chael, but I'm going to get out there and entertain the people in the crowd Friday night.
Well, Travis, you always entertain me whenever you fight, and I always make it a point to watch as many of your fights as I can. I'm not going to lie. I have not seen more than probably 30 of them, but it's still a lot of fights to watch. I mean, it's ridiculous. So, but I do like the way you fight. I do enjoy this fight. I think this fight with you and Mike Kyle is going to be, it's well worthy of being a main event, hype machine or not, and really, you guys need to sell it much, because for the guys that really know MMA, this is a big fight. This is a really big fight, and I'm going to be excited to watch it on Friday night.
Yeah, I'm excited too. You know, Mike's a quality opponent. He had a good run in Strikeforce, and I had a good run in Bellator, and I think, you know, I think it's going to be an exciting fight. Obviously, it's his stand up versus, you know, my wrestling, and we're going to see over the course of 15 minutes, hopefully, who can demonstrate their skills the best. It's pretty simple.
Well, Travis, thanks for coming out here with us. I know that you're getting ready to take off and